Hello guys, welcome back. So we're actually having a pretty good day. We're all in and we have everything we need and we're good for the present moment. And Asmodeus and I have been working together today and he's all happy and he's like metaphorically speaking, sitting on me. He's like, "You're absolutely not even going out in your yard today. No, 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 for the next 2 weeks." Because he said, the people around here are treating this like a joke. You are not going out because if anybody was exposed, it's these morons. So, he's not only let me not do that, but I had seen the guidelines I passed on to you guys about, if you don't have to, don't go to the store and don't pick up your medicine for 2 weeks. You can go out, they said, for these things if you absolutely have to, but wear your mask, practice your social distancing. Um, I had tried to call the one friend, the overly Christian friend, and he's back to being a psychopath. You know how that gentleman friend of hers, air quotes, doesn't like me? Well, he's back to hating me, and he kept yelling, "Hello, hello," into the phone. He hung up on me. And I got really mad, and I thought, well, okay, he's back to being a bitch, but that doesn't mean I shouldn't alert her. And I felt big Asmodeus Paul come down on my shoulder, and he goes, "No." And it was in that voice of "I am the judgment" voice. He said no. He said he doesn't tattle on people, but he said, "I can assure you, no." And I'm like getting a vague idea that, I know very damn well this is one of those people that they believe in their God more than science. And he said, if they invite you up, absolutely not. He said, I don't care if they cast you out of their circle or whatever. He said, you don't need these people in your life. He said, no. I said, I just wonder if they saw, Satan and Lucifer seal and everything on the door. He goes, I don't care. Then they're already working, aren't they? Because they're protecting you. So he's really happy. And Asmodeus has a seal on the outside, too. And I'm sure, because they're both nipshits, I'm sure they saw it and I'm sure they figured out what it is. Because you know how two-faced some people are. They'll say, oh, they practice this religion, then they'll go dabble in this. And they'll think they're fooling their God getting away with something. So I'm sure he knows there's satanic symbols on the front door. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give two shits because that's who I trust to protect me. Loki's runes and everything else on there too. And, it's a sign of, we have to listen to our gods, demons, whatever you call them. And we have to respect their judgment. And this was a thing where Asmodeus is like, no. And I said, oh, no, I won't. Because I said, he's enough of a son of a bitch that if I did get to pass on the warning to her, say she hadn't seen it, she doesn't go out of the house anyways because she has serious health issues. I said, he would go out just to spite me without a mask. I said, I know he would. I said, I know that fucker would go out and he would go sit down in a restaurant, somebody who doesn't give two shits because, like I said, they believe a lot more in religion in this area than science because they're stupid, that's why. And I got laughter back here. And, he would do it just to be an asshole to, spite me. And the thing is, he may have it already, not knowing, or he may pick it up doing that, and he may tag her, and he may live with being asymptomatic. I could have it at this point. I don't fucking know, because testing in Pennsylvania, you fucking kidding me? I read the statistics of, I watch the statistics a couple times a day. I'm like, who the fuck did these people know that they got a test? Because there's been nothing mentioned in this area about them. Like, say, I keep waiting to find out, like, they set up a testing area or something else. Oh, and that's another thing to warn you guys about. There are, I'm sure you guys have seen, but there are a lot of scam test places setting up, and they're charging people like a couple $100 a pop to do their testing. Be very careful what testing place you go to. Make sure that it's legitimate. Don't just go to a pop-up somewhere. They're taking people's money. They're not doing these tests. And they have caught some of these people, but they can't catch them all. So do be careful. Also, you guys should know this, but there's no cure as of yet. Anybody selling you anything online is selling you bullshit in a box. that goes for any pagan stuff that they claim will cure it, like a magic spell or crystal or something. It's bullshit in a box. It doesn't work. We have science for a reason. So, and that's right in line with Asmodeus because he loves science. All demons love science. Demons, all gods, whatever you're comfortable calling them. They love science. So they're happy. It's like he's told me to watch this as a scientific test. Every time he sees people outside gathering everything, he goes 2 weeks and he looks at the watch he's not wearing. And I'm like, mm-hmm. So, like right now, if you are watching the news, keeping up, right now is when you remember all those people that were pissing everybody off at spring break? Right now is the end of the incubation period for all those cases. If they don't have it, all the people that they mingled with during this time this week or maybe like a little after, depending on when, they had contact with these people, those cases are going to bloom. So they're saying, we're due for a lot of cases to explode out. And I made my one video earlier and we were like at 12,000 some confirmed cases, and now we're pretty damn near 13,000. We may be, at over 13,000 just in Pennsylvania alone by the time I go to bed tonight. And we don't know because, there are just so many people not getting tests and stuff like that. So, just be careful out there, guys. But, listen to your guts. If your guts tell you no, they tell you no. Because, if they make this a thing of if you don't come to Easter, because I didn't go to last Easter because I was actually pretty sick, we're not going to be your friends. No. And I said, well, what do I do if they send down a tray of food? And he's like, well, that's one thing. That's your social distancing and everything. But no, you can't do it the other way because it's more likely someone my age is a carrier and would carry it to them. And, we're not going to do any exchanges. So, I know it'll upset her, but hey, it's to protect her. And it sounds mean, but it's like sometimes you have to be kind of mean to protect people because they're not saying, oh, yeah, go buy them a bunch of stuff and take it to them. At this point, they're saying, no, stay at home for 2 weeks. Don't go to the grocery store. Don't go, to the druggist unless you extremely have to go to either. So hopefully those of you that work at either place, you're going to get some breathing room over the next 2 weeks. I worked in a grocery store, so I can tell you, you will probably get slammed at first. After people heard this, you probably got slammed, at first, but then it will ease up. People are just, I hated working in a grocery store. Something about food and the supplies in a store brings out the absolute worst in customers. I am so happy I'm not working in one right now. And, you know, um, all love and respect to those of you that are, because I couldn't imagine having to put up with people now. It was bad in my time, and people are saying now it's like some places it's like Black Friday 24/7. And instead of like bringing one person to the store, the whole goddamn family is coming so that they can try to work around all those limit one per customer things. So I agree with King Payman. Sometimes humans are like my least favorite species. He's just been watching all this, like even he can't believe how terrible humans can be. And I'm like, welcome to 2020. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye bye.